Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome to this chat. Another chat.
Yes, another chat
have with Exile Magpie. I haven't come up with a name for this yet. It's just we're chatting.
Random person number 75 somehow randomly comes onto this channel and sees it. Maybe they can put a suggestion.
Yeah. But today we're not talking about Star Wars this time.
No, we're not. Thank God.
We're going to be talking about games and things that have come up in the news. Not much for this week, because
it's the first week in January.
This is our first one.
Yes.
So you're going to have to, let us get the bugs out of the system, sort of thing.
Yeah. Also, we need to get into sort of rhythm of how to do this.
How to do this? Yeah.
We're newbies.
We're new to this.
We're newbies.
You want professionals? You go to Young Ye.
Yeah.
All right.
Go to Young Ye. Young Ye is the maestro.
if you want professionals, we are not professionals. Anyway,
no one near.
So there's only a couple of things. The first thing, and I think the big thing for this week, is definitely the Respawn boss Vince Zampella, which I'm hoping I pronounced that name right.
It might be.
He is going from Respawn and taking over at DICE LA to work on a new game, apparently.
That's quite interesting. Isn't he the one that was like lead for Jedi Fallen Order,
Yes,
which
he was.
I am playing, and I'm actually quite enjoying. I think DICE needs a little bit of a shake-up because, like, Battlefield 1 wasn't really brilliant.
It was good enough.
It was good enough.
Battlefield 5 has kind of like it was
Battlefield. Yeah,
it was air
Battlefield
when it first came out. It was air when it first came out.
Then they fixed it.
And they fixed it, and it was really good with the Pacific.
The Pacific launch was really good, and I got back into Battlefield because of the Pacific.
And then they did all those updates with the weapons, and it's just killed it.
Yeah, they've made like. They've made it so that you can have a gunfight with someone with a revolver, and they can out damage you.
Yeah.
Even if you've got a submachine gun.
Actually, I was on the other day, and I killed somebody, and he was miles away. Like I sniper shot him with a revolver. Like it was ridiculous. He must have been raging.
Oh yeah,
he must have been raging with that, because that was just. I did that, and I felt scummy.
I think the thing is like, because the last time we played it, we ended up on Wake Island with the that's not what's the mode called? It's like a
breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
We were playing breakthrough.
We were playing as a Japanese.
We've got our own little group, and we play breakthrough most of the time.
Yeah, and my God,
that was hard.
It was just so. It's like it was so like. I mean, we won. But it did, for the vast majority of it.
It didn't feel fun.
Yeah, because we were up against, like, just armour. It was literally tank. There was literally a tank division on the other side, and very little else. It was like, yeah, there's a Sherman, there's an LTV, and another Sherman, and another LTV. Oh, by the way, you've only got 2 rockets to take out all of them. Have fun. There's just some design things. Oh, and the anti-tank placements were between some huts with no method for us to move them.
Oh yeah, we did. We had anti-tank placements in the wrong areas where we needed them, but we didn't have any jeeps
to move them.
So it was like, wow, this is useless.
Oh.
But that's Battlefield for you. But yeah, I agree. I think DICE needs to shake up. I think DICE, because I think other than Battlefield, is Crysis. Was Crysis done by DICE?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Crysis isn't done by DICE.
Who did?
It's
I'm thinking of a wrong game.
You are.
I'm thinking of a completely different game.
The other game that DICE are now known for is Battlefront.
It's Battlefront. Is that it? Just Battlefield and Battlefront?
Pretty much.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, I've learned something today now. I agree with you. I think DICE definitely need a shake up, because, like, let's face it, Battlefront 2 did not do well.
It was a massive dumpster fight. Apparently, some people are saying that with the Clone Wars and Geonosis stuff that they brought in, and they reworked the whole leveling system.
I think it's too late though.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, the damage has been done. I'm kind of interested, but the thing is, though, it doesn't give me the stuff I want.
On console, it still takes forever to get into a match on Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
It is a dead... At least on console. It may be different on PC, because I'm mainly a console player.
Yeah.
So I don't really know PC. But it takes forever just to get into a game of Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I think the problem for me is like it still doesn't have like the stuff I want, which is like the Death Star trench run.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that. Doesn't have the space battle vendor. It doesn't have the battles I want. Like they should have from day one.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because it is now primarily a first-person shooter game. Battlefront now, it's not.
Yeah.
Not what it was when it was on the PS2, where it was a mixture of stuff.
Yeah.
Now it is primarily first-person shooter.
Which
It's basically just
which is fine.
Battlefield,
but with Star Wars.
but it's Star Wars. That's
which
all it
is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I say though, it's like it's like with Battlefield 5. Why haven't they given us a D-Day map? Why haven't they given us a Normandy map?
I think mainly because they wanted to focus on the Pacific. They really wanted to focus on that.
But this was the 75th anniversary of the D-Day
Yes.
landings. It was literally screaming.
I honestly think they just missed the trick. They didn't think about it. That's
Clearly,
all I'm thinking.
yeah, they clearly.
I
did.
don't think that like it was anything intentional. I just think they were like, oh.
There's a couple of weird things with like Iwo Jima as well. Like, for all intents and purposes, the Japanese positions should be artilleried to hell if they stick their heads out of the tunnel system. It should be, because there's the American Navy just off the coast, and it's like just artillery them. I mean, yeah, balance wise, it's probably would be a little bit too OP for the Americans just to have an unlimited supply of artillery coming
but it's
on
what, it's what happened.
But it is what happened.
And Battlefield does kind of like to tend on realistic side. You know?
You sure about that?
I mean,
it claims to.
Not anymore. Like,
Used to.
I can't I don't think in real life you can snipe somebody with a revolver.
No.
Like so.
Actually, if you're.
If you're a really good shot, but I am not a really good shot.
Yes,
this is my point.
Okay. Anyway.
So yeah, I think this is really, really, really good for DICE.
Yes.
For what it's. I'm worried about Respawn.
Yes.
For this,
because. Yeah, I totally agree with you that there regarding like potential concerns for Respawn, and because EA has a habit of like, there's a reason why EA gets called what's the guy from the Eugenic Arts, not Eugenic, Unichronic Arts.
Unichronic Arts, yes.
Yeah, there's a reason why the people like Jim Sterling call it Unichronic Arts, because they eat.
Yeah,
they just devour the studios they buy, and Respawn has been under that like pattern of like, because you got to think like the last few games Respawn released, right? Titanfall 2, EA released that to die.
Yes.
EA deliberately released that to die
because they released it with Battlefield 1, didn't they?
Yeah, it was around about the same time as Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty. It was literally they were literally releasing that to die. And it's a shame because Titanfall 2
is a mint game.
I enjoy.
Here's the thing, out of all three of those games,
yeah,
that's the best one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the campaign is not brilliant, but I enjoyed it.
The multiplayer is fantastic.
The multiplayer is fun as hell. I mean, granted, there are some things I would like to change about the multiplayer, but there's things I like to change about everything. Yeah. I can't get everything I want. I'm not allowed to. But yeah, it's so they Titanfall 2 was released to die. Then I think next was Apex Legends, which was literally EA shoving that out onto the radar.
There was no fanfare for that.
There was no fanfare for that. There was no EA hyping it up. There was no. It was just literally dropped.
There wasn't even like an advert for like on when you go on the Steam store and there's like the thing on the side that advertises like a game coming soon or something like that.
Yeah, there was nothing.
There's literally nothing. It just dropped. And here's a game.
EA released Apex Legends like it was a silent fart.
Yeah, and it blew up.
And it blew up because enough streamers and I don't want to call them influencers. Enough streamers and YouTubers started playing and going, hey, do you know what? This is actually really good. This is fun. Let's do, let's go and do. I mean, granted, it overtook Fortnite for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it was like the mechanics were solid. It was a solid game, and it was really, really good and really. It's not
for for a free game.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, battle royals are not our cup of tea.
I think I've said in a video, in one of our E3 videos that we did.
Yeah.
That it's a battle royale, so I'm not really going to touch it because I don't.
Yeah,
like
it's not it's not our cup of tea. I mean,
but it did well, and it's still doing well.
Yeah.
Even if it is, I think it is dropping in player base now, but it's still got good numbers.
Yeah, it's got good numbers. It's still doing okay. It's still like a viable game to go and play.
I think what's the reason? I think the main reason for the drop is because EA have put in.
EA have done what EA do, which is literally like, oh, this has got a lot of people playing it. Let's just bleed them dry of all their money.
Yeah.
Because EA are the worst. Since Konami can't be the worst anymore, EA are the worst.
What's that last? Oh, and then Jedi Fallen Order.
Then Jedi Fallen Order, which again,
EA
deliberately made.
That E3 last year's E3 thing that they did. Well, it wasn't E3 because they weren't at E3, but it was that thing they had outside.
Yeah.
And then that gameplay trailer was absolute crap.
It was. Nothing. It literally isn't like. I haven't got to that bit in the game yet, but it is literally like there are a lot more Souls elements than there were Sekiro. I mean, there are some Sekiro elements in it, like parrying. If you get time of parry right, you can just instantly kill a guy.
Yeah.
And there is like a stamina gorge.
But it's not focused on because I don't know.
It's not as focused on it. It's a bit more streamlined, a little bit more forgiving. The monsters, the big monsters are a pain in the ass to fight.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the ass. And I have a special hatred right at this precise moment in time for rocket troopers. But anyway. Well, no, it's because the first one I came up against, I had another 4 guys to fight. I was like blocking them, and then all of a sudden this rocket comes from off screen and just blows me up. It is literally like Dark Souls in the sense that if you're not fully aware of your surroundings, something giant and monstrous
is going to hurt
you. Is going to kill you.
Yeah.
So that's. But again, it's like up until after the game was released, there was very little publication of it. There was very. It was only the fact that, like, people were saying like, you know what, this is a single player Star Wars game. This looks like it could be actually not shit. And you know what? It isn't. It's not going to be. It's not a Dark Souls killer or whatever. It's a good game though. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually kind of liking Cal. He's actually quite good.
See, my problem is because I look on the.
I know
cover,
it's
and I just see Jerome from Gotham.
Yeah.
I don't see. I just
I'm liking Grease. The other characters like BD1 is actually kind of
spoilers by the way. Just in case.
No, yeah, well, maybe spoilers. Well, no, I'm just saying like the characters I like, which are at the moment the ones that have been introduced are Grease, the pilot. Oh God, her name's gone.
The pilot.
No, the she's a former Jedi. She's stopped being a Jedi. She's turned herself off from the Force.
Oh, okay.
She's the one that helped rescues Cal.
Right.
And then of course Cal and BD1. BD1 is actually quite good. He's got these little boops and that. He's got a good little personality. I kind of like him. Kind of like he's a diddy little droid. I like diddy little droids.
Good review then. Good review.
Yeah, from what I've played so far.
Yeah.
So, and also, you have at the moment antagonist wise, second sister and the 9th sister. I think it is, if I remember correctly.
Which is a nice little reference to Rebels because I think Rebels was the first one they introduced. The
sisters and the brothers.
Yeah.
They're basically the Inquisition.
Yeah.
But yeah, the second sister is friggin' badass, and she just literally wipes the floor with you.
She kicks your ass.
Yeah, she totally kicks your ass when you first meet her. So yeah, but yeah, I am kind of worried that EA still want to eat Respawn, and they've decided instead of like And
we're actually going to
instead of like forcing them to release games and them turning out to be shit, giving us an excuse to eat them, we're gonna now just take all the good people out and put them elsewhere, and then have Respawn turn to shit. Yeah. That's my worry. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, because Respawn have come out with some really good games.
Aye.
And I don't want them to go the way of Westwood, Bullfrog, and a whole bunch of others.
Visceral, man. It still hurts me. It still honestly hurts me.
Visceral. I mean, Visceral are the latest. I think the thing is, it's either that or EA are going to turn their gaze to BioWare. One or the other.
BioWare's got the next Dragon Age game, and if that does not do well,
yeah, they're done.
They're probably done.
They're probably being eaten.
Yeah, they're probably done. I know they keep saying that they've come out and said, no, we're not going to do anything with BioWare. We believe in BioWare.
We're still going to support Anthem. We're still going to support Anthem.
But like, seriously,
I could probably find more people playing the Destiny 1 than playing Anthem.
Probably. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the new game.
Because I feel like they're actually going to come up, because they have said that it's going to be an original game. So when this guy Vince Zamplala, did I pronounce that right? Hold on, let me have a look.
Once I eventually find it, there you go.
There we go. Zampella. He obviously, especially for Respawn. He, at least I think it's Vincent Bella. The original Call of Duty, not the original Call of Duty, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, right? Mm-hmm. Then they fell out with Activision, and that's when they left, and that's when Respawn became a company, and that's when they made. He was the one that came up with like Titanfall.
Yes. Yeah.
So, them doing that, so. The fact that he's able to actually come along and come up with like original ideas, is quite a good thing for me, especially for DICE, because, like you said, DICE have literally just got Battlefront
and Battlefield,
and they're pretty much the same game. Only one's got a Star Wars skin, and the other one's a World War 1, 2, and Modern Warfare sort of skin. But other than that, DICE don't really have anything. So this could be quite good. So we'll have to. All we can do really is keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
We're going to move on. Hopefully Vince gets to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Because he's clearly a guy who has vision.
And also with it being DICE, because DICE, the Frostbite engine is DICE's own creation, so at least the people there should know how to work in it, and that's part of the problem with like BioWare.
Yeah,
BioWare have literally struggled with the Frostbite engine.
So we're gonna, they have, haven't they? Really have. Right, so we're gonna move on now to Stadia news. Stadia! Yay! Destiny 2's player count has fallen by more than 50% since launch, according to new analysts. This is from the video game Games Chronicle.
I mean, I'm surprised it's only fallen by 50%.
It's probably fallen... No, it's by more than 50%.
No. All I'm saying is I'm surprised it's not fallen by 90%, because here's the thing, right? Destiny 2... It's like anything involving online is going to be even worse than the problems like with single player offline games with Stadia. I mean,
so
because it's not only like you're having lag, but everyone else
Everybody
on Stadia
else is
is
going to be having lag.
Can you imagine if they had crossplay with Stadia and PC and PlayStation and Xbox? You could easily tell which one was Stadia because they would literally be like teleporting every 5 seconds.
They'd be that mover jumper.
Yeah. Except they wouldn't be able to do anything to you because they wouldn't have the time to react to what you were doing to them.
So
why?
For this, Forbes reports that 19,400 active players were recorded on the title week of November 19th, which I think is like the first week of its release on Stadia.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised 19,000 people actually play Stadia.
Yeah, no, it's November 19th launch. So yeah, when it was launched, it had 19,400 active players. Right. Now, whether they could actually play the game is
yeah,
not mentioned here.
that's a it's that player and being able to play the game are two separate things when Stadia is involved.
Well, only 8,020 were active of January 2nd. Representing a decline by 58.7%.
I hope to God no one.
That is
I
bad.
hope to God no one's got that game to play either Raids or Crucible, because my God, are you not getting anything?
Yeah, you're not gonna get anything. Oh, that's a bad drop.
That is.
But
terrible.
Stadia is bad. Stadia is awful.
Well, this is the thing. Google have launched Stadia, and I think it's going to go the same way as Google Glass and half the other stuff that 90% of all the other stuff that they've launched. If it doesn't, if it doesn't make an instant success, Google will just drop it.
Yeah, it's gonna get dropped.
They're going to drop it.
They're gonna drop
And I feel sorry for anyone who's actually spent money on it and can't claim it back as part of their business. You know,
Yeah.
if they're like a news reporter or gaming journalist and it's part of their job, so they can claim some of that money back. If you've just bought it as a gamer, that's it. That money's down the drain because Google are going to drop this because it's not successful. It's not proving to be successful and the part of the problem is that the infrastructure is not there. They've once again launched something that is for an infrastructure that doesn't exist at the levels it needs to. It's like I don't even know how bad our lag would be if we had Stadia, because
because our internet's bad as it is.
Yes,
using Stadia, it would just kill our internet.
Because us living in the UK, we are subject to the whims of BT and OpenReach, who think copper wire, a Victorian technology, is perfectly fine.
We have to pray to the internet gods.
Yeah,
we have to do a little ritual outside.
We have to make sure that it's not. It doesn't rain. It doesn't snow too heavy. The wind doesn't pick up. And also the temperatures at a certain range, because anything messes up our internet because it goes through a copper wire. Because 100-year-old technology is apparently good enough for super fast broadband to rival the likes of South Korea.
Yeah. But moving back on because we went on a tangent there.
Yeah.
If you compare that to the PS4 and the Xbox version, the console version of Destiny 2, they only saw a decline of 5%.
Yeah, because people were playing the PS. Yeah, because their service
PC,
is actually
actual PC, so the Steam, the Steam version now, that only saw a decline of 10%, which I can understand because I've played Destiny on the PC, and although I've seen a lot of streamers and that, and they all a lot of streamers, most of them have come out and been like, "I've played on PC now, I can't go back to console." Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, but you don't.
I play that because a lot of them still play with controller. They don't play with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but the thing for you is everyone plays it on.
No. What I'm saying here is, it still feels like a console game. It doesn't feel like
it's predominantly game. It's a console.
It's a console.
It's originally developed for console.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be like Battlefield.
No.
Which would have had its own special this is the PC point. So, and then the consoles slightly deviate from that.
But yeah, 58%.
Well, yeah. No, the service is not good enough.
No.
It's not good enough to play single player games. So how the hell did they think a multiplayer game was going to work on it? God knows. I mean, and I hope to God no one bought the blooming racing games. Jesus Christ. Trying to get around tracks on that. I want to turn left. I've just hit the barrier straight ahead of me. Now I'm turning left. I mean, granted, the front of the car's completely wrecked, but...
You go to turn left on a racetrack, all of a sudden, game over, you've crashed. What?
Yeah, you press the brake button, you go past the apex, onto the field, through the barrier, into the crowd, and then the brakes.
You've turned your racing game into Grand Theft Auto.
It's primarily down to the fact that if Google wanted to release this now, they should have They should have had the infrastructure. They should have had the setup ready for it, which there wasn't. They didn't have half the stuff that they needed on launch.
Aye.
And also they needed to make sure that the infrastructure for the areas they were releasing it to were going to be good enough. They didn't do that. It's going to flop because of it. Because they weren't willing to put their money where their mouth was and make sure that it was ready for launch.
Was there a worldwide release for Stadia?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have done that. I would have gone, you know what, let's focus on America first. Let's
No.
America.
No. America's internet is shit.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Which means that even if they had all of their side of the stuff ready for it, it still would have been shit.
Oh, yeah, I know, but you can
What
work
you would have
around
done
that.
is, what I would have done is launched it in fucking South Korea and Japan, because those places, their internet is ridiculous. It's South Korea is this mythical place of single-digit ping.
I know.
I
wonder what that's like, you know.
I do as well.
I generally wonder what it's like to press something and literally just blink and then the page is loaded.
No. Press download on a movie and get the HD one in like 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. Like, you could start watching it 5 seconds.
I wonder what that's like.
I do wonder what that's like. But yeah, it's like, but that would be like the whole thing of like, this is what, because it's like the network is already there at its best possible thing, you could literally launch it in South Korea and go, this is the possibility.
Yeah.
This is the, and say to the other countries, like, this is the possibility, this is what you need, this is the infrastructure you need to get this working. And they didn't. So, no. Google didn't put the effort in, it deserves to die.
Like they never do. They never do. They didn't do the effort with the glasses.
Yeah. It deserves to die. Stadia deserves to die.
Which is a shame, because again, like, it's the same with a lot of things that are, like, bombed the last couple of years. They're good ideas. They are actually good ideas, but no one's willing to actually...
Right, the last decade is a bunch of very, very good ideas implemented extremely poorly.
Yeah. Star Wars, I'm looking at you. I'm never going to let that go.
No.
You do realise the last movie of the decade that I watched was The Rise of Skywalker. I'm never going to let that go.
Why do you think I'm playing for Jedi Fallen Order? I need to get that thing out of my head.
So we'll move on from there, because there's not really much else to really chat about there.
No.
Just that they've lost a lot of... Because that's bad. That's really bad. But anyway, let's move on. Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is from Kotaku. Final Fantasy Remake demo leaks online. Data miners unveil more details. Now, let's have a look. I did actually read this.
Yeah, but you got to find out what
I got to find, because unfortunately, because I'm on my tablet, whenever I go onto another page, it moves everything back down.
Yeah. And also, your eyesight is kind of terrible.
And my eyesight is awful. My eyesight is terrible. Additional, we've got images of Red 13, which I'm kind of like just ignoring that, because I don't want to see that.
It looks like it basically looks like a really nice HD render of Red 13.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to see it until I see it either on the game or via a trailer.
That's very true.
So apparently the Final Fantasy VII Remake will have a demo coming out very soon.
Yep.
This is mainly because credible leaks for a demo for the game have popped up online after initial reports from tracking sites that a listing for a Final Fantasy VII Remake demo has been sneakily added to the PlayStation Network.
Which means I could download it if I want to. But my one thing is like my concerns, because I've seen footage of the combat, I've seen footage of the summons, of the summons that they've let us see. I've seen like the potential story elements. I still think all the Sephiroth stuff is actually going on in Cloud's head.
It probably is.
It's not actually there.
Yeah.
Which is fine. And also Tifa is best girl, and she's an absolute badass.
She does look like she's going to be fun to use.
Oh, I'm going to love playing her. Put it this way, right? The Final Fantasy 7 point, the point she turns up and you're able to play as her, that's going to turn into the Final Fantasy 7 Tifa show.
Tifa show.
Because hashtag Tifa best girl.
I just hate the fact that I'm not going to get to be my favourite character.
Vincent.
You may not be
Yuffie. You may be Yuffie by episode 2. But Vincent...
Yeah, we might not get Vincent until episode 3.
We may not get Vincent and Sid until episode 3.
I don't think so. I think we're going to get all of them in episode 3.
What do you think we get to... Rocket Town by end of episode 2.
Yeah.
You gotta think that's an awful lot of things we're going through. We gotta go. That's the Chocobo Village. That's the Calm for the backstory.
Yeah.
Then the Chocobo Farm.
Wow.
Then across the swamp with the Chocobo. Then through the Mythril Cage. Then through Junyan, which has one of the best Final Fantasy VII music ever. Rufus's theme is fantastic.
It's awesome.
Then across to Costa del Sol.
Yeah.
During which you have a fight with Genova, the first fight with Genova. Then you go up the mountains to Barrett's old town.
Yep.
Then there's Gold Saucer. Then there's Zack's hometown.
Yep.
Then there's Cosmo Canyon.
Yep.
Then you get to Nibelheim. Then you get to Rocket Town. That's an awful lot of stuff to fit in one disc, especially with the amount of...
It's not going to be one disc. It won't be one disc. This is what I'm saying. I don't even think this is one disc. I don't think it's going to be one disc. There's so much that they're putting in.
It'll be like...
I can't see...
No. It'll be like Call of Duty. You'll get one disc and another 150 gigabytes to download. Which took me... When I got Modern Warfare for Christmas, it took me over 24 hours to download. For fuck's sake, Activision.
We're going on tangents here.
But no, I'm just making the point. It's like, I'm going to be getting Final Fantasy VII. I will not be able to play it on launch because I'll be downloading that thing for well over a day.
So, with the demo appearing on the PlayStation Network, apparently it appears that full copies of the demo itself has been ripped and made playable. This has allowed data miners to seamlessly sift through some of the game's files, revealing never before seen details, such as the Red 13 picture that I just looked at, that I regret looking at.
Oh, it's only just a picture. You won't actually see him in motion.
It doesn't matter.
He looks amazing.
I'll get over it. He does. He's there again. Nope.
He looks amazing.
I wanna. The thing is, with this.
And we all know Team 4-Star Red 13 is best Red 13.
Oh yeah. The super best friends, Barrett and
Red 13 in the Final Fantasy VII Abridged. But tangents anyway.
But a Final Fantasy VII remake demo emerged on Christmas Eve as websites tracking new PSN editions called Windowits, which is we know about that. Basically the demo covers the game's opening segment. So
that's the
Mako reactor.
Yeah, the first Mako reactor.
Yeah.
Bombing run.
Which is pretty much everything we've seen in the trailer. Basically the E3.
Yeah, it'll be the E3. Yeah, the E3 trailer.
The E3
playable
game.
Demo. Yeah, where people could actually go and you went into like a bit set up like Midgar and the train and everything, which was apparently really cool. Also, the lass who plays the voice of Jessie was there as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then making a big deal, and I'm like, spoilers for a really old game, so fuck you all.
Yeah, it's a very old game. So like, if you're
gonna
not know,
you're gonna die, and probably like halfway through the fucking game. Although to be honest,
I reckon 3/4.
Yeah, I think 3/4 actually. If you think about it, because like once that event happens, there is only one path.
Yeah.
It's like no. It's like at that moment, it's like right, okay, we're going up to the fucking Shinra Tower.
We're gonna save Aerith.
And then that's, we save Aerith, and that's when the whole, like, Sephiroth thing kicks off. And then then you run away, basically, and leave Midgard with the bike scene, which is still fucking amazing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to look forward to it. I'm going to probably enjoy it, because I'm seem to be one of the few people that actually played Final Fantasy 15 and didn't hate it.
By the looks of things, though, I think they've really refined that.
Yeah, it's a mix between ATB and like actual action. Combat.
It looks like they've really sort of refined it, though. Because like I liked Final Fantasy 15's battle system, but it did great on me. There was little things that like just kind of annoyed me. So by the looks of things, though, with this,
it was a little clunky at points.
It was clunky and it did feel very repetitive.
Yeah.
Whereas this, with the fact that it looks like you can change character,
and that the characters appear to actually fight slightly different.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, once again, like I say, once I'm able to play as Tifa, it's going to turn into the Tifa show.
Yeah. I mean, I know this isn't going to happen, but could you imagine if like
it was like DMC,
like different characters fought in different ways? So like basically, depending on who you wanted to be, depended on like the difficulty of the
that
fight.
sort of thing.
What I mean is like, so if you wanted very easy, you would be Barrett, Vincent.
Oh yeah, just
Yuffie.
shoot them.
Yeah, just shoot them. Or Yuffie when
she throws a ridiculously sized kunai.
kunai
or shurikens.
Yeah, and so medium Cloud, Aerith, Red 13, and hard be Catsif because Catsif is ridiculous. Tifa just because it's if I was to do it, I would have Tifa just be DMC.
Yeah.
Style.
I don't know. Yeah, that's just the thing. I'll be interested in. I think this is the thing. If another reason why I'm probably not going to play the demo is like, I've seen how Cloud fights. I probably know how that's going to work. I want to know if Tifa fights differently to Cloud. I want to know if there's a difference. It does look like there's a difference because it looks like she has like special techniques that she can use in the middle of combat, while Cloud is just like bashing away with his sword until he's got his.
I was watching a battle trailer, and they were fighting the boss in the sewers, Don Canero's pet thing, and it generally looked like. I don't think it did happen, but it did look just how the way it went. It looked like Tifa jumped up, landed on Cloud's sword, and Cloud just like threw her into
like a team up attack.
Yeah, I think it's just because that's
they
how
both
the sprites
used,
went.
and
they both used like a special attack at the same time. But that's it. I saw that. And
even if it
had to like slow it down and like look at it. Cause I was just like, is that a team up attack?
Is that a thing?
I can't tell.
But no, even if it's not right, like Tifa looks like she's going to be really fun to play as.
Yeah,
really fun. It's like. And the one thing I was worried, I wasn't worried about, but Tifa is going to be a badass. Yeah. She's going to be an absolute badass. And that's all I care about. Tifa's my girl. Tifa is one of the most important people in that game. Because without her, Cloud doesn't come back.
Yeah.
The team would just fall apart at the end of Disc 2. Tifa's the one that literally pulls everyone and goes like, look, we have to do this. We have to find Cloud, and it's like, I love her story arc in that game.
Yeah,
her story
arc and
her character development and story arc in that game is just fantastic. But maybe I'm just a little bit biased because Tifa is my
maybe you are.
Is my babe.
Maybe a little bit. I like Aerith. I like what the major changes they've done to Aerith. Like
the fact that she
looks like she's doing like battle dances.
She looks like a battle dancer.
And it's just like, sort of like, you know what? That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm kind of interested because Aerith wasn't like a damage dealer. She was the magic.
Healer.
She was the healer.
Yeah.
She would be back at the back doing magic, and you can't with this new battle system. You can't really just have her flinging magic all the time. So they've changed her a bit, which looks actually really cool. And again, it's like
she does look fun to use.
It does look like each character may have a different way of playing, which is going to be so interesting.
I can't wait to see how Red 13 fights though. I can't Red 13. Right, I say Vincent. Vincent is my favorite. Vincent is my boy, right, in that game because I'm a edgelord emo, but Red 13 I generally want to see, because obviously in the original, he just did that spin.
when we first started playing Final Fantasy VII, Red 13 was your favorite character.
Oh, until I found Vincent, and then Vincent was just like, "Yes, I found my dude. He is
no,
here." I'm sorry,
you didn't. It wasn't when you found him. It was when you had his first limits.
Yeah, when I found out that he changed into a werewolf and all that sort of stuff, I was just like, "I'm sorry, Red 13. I'm sorry, but I have to do this."
I have found my true color.
I found my true color. But this, especially with them changing the way Cloud fights and Aerith and Tifa and Barrett, Because Red 13 is I want to say
He's a melee.
a tiger, wolf, crossbreed thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say wolf. We'll say
no.
wolf.
He's more like panther / tiger.
Yeah. I honestly want to see what he can do.
I know, it's interesting.
I've got really, really mad ideas that they're not going to be in the game, so I'm not going to be disappointed if they're not, because I know they're not. But could you imagine if Red 13 you could just jump off the walls?
Oh yeah, you could just bounce off the walls and lunge attacks and fucking, fucking kill commands and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, he had a weird hunting sort of thing, so he just you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm really interested in what they're gonna do with Red 13.
Yeah, because he's a fucking he's an animal for all intents and purposes. He's a very intelligent animal and can talk. Which is amazing because they actually make a point of that when he first talks. It's like, it talks, yes, it can. But we don't have time. We don't have time for pleasantries for that.
No. So yeah, I'm massively interested in Red 13. What they're going to do with Red 13? Because I kind of figure how they're going to
I want to know what summons are going to be in.
Like I said, I think we're gonna get a stupid amount of summons in this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a stupid amount of summons in the second one, and we're gonna get a stupid amount of summons.
By the end of Midgar section, right, you do not have a summon. The first summon you pick up is Chocobo Mog, which is in the Chocobo farm.
Yes.
Because you go and talk to one of the Chocobos and you say a specific thing, and then they'll have a little dance.
I'm gonna miss that, you know.
I know. I have a nasty suspicion that's not going to be in it.
I know.
I was I like doing that.
I like the Chocobo dance.
You deliberately look forward to games in the Chocobo Village just so you can see the Chocobo dance.
Yeah. It's literally the only
Don't
thing you
lie,
go
Internet. You know you do.
Everybody goes to the Chocobo farm just for the dance. Yes, the story kind of tells you how to go there as well, but no.
That's not the point.
Nobody cares about that at that point. Everyone's like, I need to see this dance. And it is a mighty fine dance.
Yes.
It is majestic.
Yes, because Chocobos are majestic. But anyway, also it's like, I'm not going to be able to see a Chocobo. I'm not going to be seeing a Final Fantasy VII HD Chocobo until part 2. Until part 2. How? They're going to shove one in. There's going to be one in somewhere. There's going to be walking down the streets or something.
I do want to see
which I'm going to feel
one of these Chocobos look like.
Oh no, we will see one. When Tifa's taken to...
Yes, there's a Chocobo.
There's a Chocobo
yes,
pulling...
We'll
see a Chocobo. We'll see at least one.
We're going to see it in all its glory.
In all its HD glory. Because Chocobos are the greatest. Closely followed by Moogles.
So yeah, I don't think there's much more to talk about.
But yeah, it's like I've said before, for Final Fantasy VII, my one concern is that the questions I have will not be answered by the time I get to the end of part 1.
Yes.
Because all my questions are involving the world map and the whole thing of how is that going to work? And leveling.
Leveling is going to be confusing.
How is that going to... Are they going to reset us?
No.
Are they going to have... I think they should just go full Disgaea and just go, you know what? Fuck it. You want to get to level 9,999? Do so. We'll cap it at 100 at the end of episode 1. We'll cap it at 200 or 400 at the end of episode 2. Then we'll cap it by the end of episode 4, you could get to a level 1,000.
Yeah.
I think that's the way they should do it, because then it gives those of us who love playing the game and get to the end of the disc can still play it. Yes, we will be overpowered for the next few sections, but I get overpowered for everything in Final Fantasy VII all the time.
Yeah.
I go into fights with limits at the ready, and they're for by the end of Midgar. Usually I'm onto either my second level limits.
Yeah.
I'm usually at that point with at least Cloud and Tifa. Usually, definitely Cloud. Cloud is my benchmark in Midgar as to when to stop grinding.
Yeah.
And it's basically okay, he's at this. He's unlocked this limit. Right, we can move
on. Yeah, there's not much else really to talk about there.
Nope.
I don't think so. Anyway.
Yeah, because again, it's a demo. It's only going to show us so much, and also it's it's only going to have so much information. If someone got a data miner into the actual game, if the actual full game got leaked and a data miner got it.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
although, to be fair, someone did data mine the PT demo, which because I watched.
No, they didn't just data mine it, they hacked it.
They hacked it and then they got into the Silent Hills actual concept.
Yeah, the actual like bit where you
go outside the house.
Yeah, where you see like it's the bit where you see the guy
Norman Reedus
and he's walking out and it's into that's actually in game. That's the in-game engine doing that. So someone actually hacked it and like just walked through, and got.
It's heartbreaking.
Because basically what he did is he made his character float because the ground isn't actually in existence.
Yeah.
Because it's a cutscene, so
it is heartbreaking though. For that.
The fact that they put that much detail into it.
And then no, we're not doing it. But anyway, we're moving on.
But yeah,
we're going on to a tangent. We need to stop doing that. Right.
But
so from there. There's literally it's the releases.
This 2020, the year 2020 of gaming will kill anyone and everyone's wallets. It is literally gunning for people's wallets this year.
It is really this year's a really good year for gaming. It really is. At least for the beginning,
it looks like it's going to be the first half of the year because a lot of those are going
till February's got end of and March has got some pretty
March is ridiculous. March is absolutely ridiculous.
Right, so let us start.
We'll start with January.
Okay, so January we have a fair few. So we have for the PC lovers of Monster Hunter World, the Iceborne DLC is coming out for them. So that's good.
Is it already out? No, it isn't.
It's out on console.
Oh
It's out on PS4. It's not out on PC. We have the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Oh god, yeah, the basically the Dragon Ball Z saga, and you're playing as Goku all the way through. So you're gonna have him versus.
It's all like the big fights.
All of his fights. It's literally like him versus what's his brother? Raditz. Him versus Raditz. Then
Nappa and Vegeta.
Yeah, beating up Nappa, then beating up Vegeta. Then moving
on to the Frieza saga.
Which means
Namek saga.
The Namek saga / Frieza saga / Super Saiyan saga. Which means we'll get the Genji Force.
Yes, we will fight the Genji Force. Yes,
it'll be amazing.
Then obviously Cell, or the androids.
The Android saga. Then Cell.
Then Majin Buu.
Yeah, which will be. And it's just basically going to be freeing him.
It looks really cool.
Really good. It looks like it's going to... It looks like the battle system from Dragon Ball... the 3D... Xenoverse, yeah. The 3D fighting one. It looks a little bit like that, but there's going to be an RPG element.
Yeah.
So you're going to be leveling up Goku, and it's like... Well, obviously everything's going to go into the Faith Bomb.
This is for me, because I've been keeping an eye on this. Moons of Madness. It's very, like, Cthulhu-y.
Yes.
Sort of style. That looks...
Cthulhu always piques your interest.
Yeah, that looks really good. This is one that I'm definitely buying for my Switch. Oh, it's coming out on the PS4 as well. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition.
Oh god, yeah, we had that on the GameCube.
Where you could use your Game Boy Advances.
Yeah, to be controllers as do 4-player. That was.
But yeah, I didn't know it was coming out on the PS4.
No.
Yeah.
That's a choice that we have to make then.
PS4.
The DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, which I've literally just got Kingdom Hearts 3. So, I mean, I'll buy the DLC because it's Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
But yeah. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinner, which is the VR game. I mean, all VR games look good to me because I can't play VR.
Yeah. It could be good, it could be terrible, we don't know.
Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire is coming to the PS4 and Xbox.
Oh god.
Right.
So that's another RP. That's another like ridiculously long
Warcraft 3 Reforged is getting re-released on the PC.
Oh yeah, the HD remake of Warcraft 3. Like we say, this year it's gonna kill your wallets. This year is killing your wallet. It's literally... It's going to nuke your wallet from orbit, just to be sure.
This is only in the US, but Bubble Bobble 4 Friends.
There's another Bubble Bobble game coming out?
Yeah.
To be confirmed. To be confirmed.
To be confirmed. January to be confirmed. These are the two. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Now, that's coming out on the Switch, and I don't think it's going to be out in January.
Probably not.
Just because I saw them do like a release thing for it, but I haven't heard anything about it since then.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be, but I don't think so. So we
then move into February.
So we got the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics on the 4th.
Oh god, I remember seeing that at E3 and going, oh my god,
that looks really cool.
Really cool. Yeah. Oh my god.
That comes out. Life is Strange Collector's Edition, so the whole game.
Again, it's an episodic. It's like if you've already, most people who want that have already got the episodes and played it.
I don't know. Monster Jam Steel Titans. I have no idea what that is. Zombie Army 4. Now we like the Sniper Elite games.
Yes, Zombie Army is basically using that same engine. It is nowhere near the same game.
No, I'm not saying it isn't. What I'm saying is it uses the same engine and it's done by the same people.
Yes.
And I liked Zombie Army Trilogy.
Yeah.
Because it is a stupid game.
It knows.
It's a stupid game. It knows it's a zombie game. It's one of those. It's like Dead Rising. Like, it knows it's a zombie game.
Yeah.
Ori and the Will of the Wisp is out on the 11th of February.
Oh god, yeah.
For the Xbox
and
PC.
Do you know what? That looks so.
It looks so beautiful, doesn't it?
They games like Ori are the reason why people say that gaming should like certain things of gaming should be classed as art. That thing is beautiful.
It looks fantastic.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. If you could literally have that game just open and running and not do anything, and it'll look beautiful, and then you can start playing it and it'll look even more beautiful. It is just gorgeous, that game. That it just looks so good.
Yes, and this is for me because I'm a huge Yakuza fan. So we have
the Yakuza trilogy,
Yakuza 5,
Yakuza
Remastered
5,
Collection,
4 and 3 remastered.
All coming out on February the 11th, the same day as Ori.
Oh my god, why?
So I know what game wins out of that for me.
Well, yeah,
Yakuza,
it's Kiryu.
I love the Yakuza games.
Kiryu wins all the time. You know, anyone who wants to go up against Kiryu is making a poor life choice.
February 14th, Darksiders Genesis for the PS4, Xbox, and Switch. Now that's like Diablo-esque sort of.
Yeah,
top-down,
it's got war and.
I think it's Penance. I think they called him.
Yeah.
It's not Pestilence or.
Not Death.
It's not Death, and it's not War. They haven't called. It's not.
Well, War's in it.
War is in it.
Oh, what's it called now?
Because Fury is the third one.
Yeah.
And
is it not Wrath? Because Fury's not an actual horse. She's like follows the horseman.
She's War's sister.
Yeah, exactly.
But I haven't played Darksiders 3, so I don't actually know because I've only played the first two.
Yeah,
because
the four horsemen are War, Death, Famine, and Pestilence.
I can't remember.
But anyway, but he's actually. You know what? The thing is, right? The trailer. I've seen the trailer for him for that, right? And honestly, he's like the cocky friggin'.
He's Dante.
Yeah, he's Dante.
He's Darksiders' version of the Dante.
He walks up to this demon, like this giant ass demon, and goes, "Yeah, by order of this, you are sentenced to death." This guy, just giant demon, surrounded by a whole bunch of other demons, and just after the demon laughs at him, just goes, "Yep, okay, bam, get dead."
Here's the big one for February. This is the big one.
Go on.
Dreams is coming out on February 14th.
Oh my god. That game has been in development for so long, and it
looks so good. Have you seen the breakfast that somebody made?
I'm still looking at that picture, going, "What?"
I look at that picture and go, "Is that real?"
I'm literally like, it's like literally like the closest that was before then was Final Fantasy 15. People spent way too long making that food look as nice as they did. And then there's this picture and I'm literally like going, has someone just taken a photo and pretended they've made it in Dreams? Because I can't tell the difference right now. I literally can't. I need to literally have a photo of the same breakfast in the same positions, like an exact replica in photo form, a realistic replica of what they did in Dreams, and put them together to say, oh yeah, that's clearly pixels.
That's clearly a game.
That's clearly in a game. It's just like the stuff that... Have you seen some of the stuff people are doing in that game?
Yeah, I think somebody's remade the first make of the beginning of Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Like completely.
Yeah.
In Dreams.
Like I mean, I love... It's the reason why I love Little Big Planet, because people just make ridiculous...
I want to get Dreams just to play these things that people are making.
Yeah. That's
the thing.
it.
I'm rubbish at doing that sort
I
of
don't
stuff.
think I don't think I could even get close to making some of the stuff that people have made. Because in Little Big Planet, before they'd released the Metal Gear Solid DLC, someone had actually made Metal Gear Solid with a stealth mechanic.
Yeah.
With a stealth mechanic. It's like... It's like, how the hell do these people do this? They're amazing. They are fantastic. I love them.
I can't wait for Dreams now.
Dreams is
now
gonna
that I
be
know
amazing.
that it's got a proper day.
Literally, right, Dreams is going to have almost everything. It's going to...
Everyone, I honestly think, like I said, February, Dreams is
I can
the big
imagine
one.
someone... Do you know what? I could honestly think, and I really, really wish they would remake Mod Nation Racer for the PS4. Or even for the PS5. I would love another Mod Nation Racer.
Just port it up.
Yeah,
because there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
just port it. You don't need to remake it.
I know. It's just I love that game. That game is fantastic.
That game was mint.
But yeah, Dreams is going to be ridiculous.
We've got the Bayonetta and Vanquish 10th anniversary bundle. Those two games are 10 years old.
Oh my god.
That just makes me feel old.
It does. 10 years since Bayonetta stormed rather amazingly onto our consoles.
I think that's about it for February.
Yeah.
Oh, the Iron Man VR game comes out.
Yeah, for PSVR.
On February 28th.
The big problem with that for me is that it's Iron Man.
I think, if I'm honest, it'll be a good VR game.
It probably will be a good VR game, but I don't like Iron Man. I blame Iron Man for everything that's wrong in Marvel.
So we're now into March.
March is the month that literally takes a shotgun to your wallet and pulls the trigger.
Okay, so we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is out on March the 3rd.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the big one. That's going to take everybody, I think.
Yeah, and
that's
you would think people looked at that and went, "Yeah, we're going to avoid March."
Everybody just decided to be bloody Ubisoft this year. They saw the big release and went, we can take it.
we can fight that.
Neo 2 is out on the 13th.
It's like 10 days later. Neo 2.
10 days. It's literally 10 days later. Animal. This is. I just find this funny that they're both coming out on the same day. Animal Crossing on the Switch is coming out on March the 20th.
Which I'm kind of looking forward to, because I do like every now and then playing like a calm, relaxing, like not worry about anything game.
I'm looking forward to Animal Crossing.
It's why I, when I first played No Man's Sky, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Because it was just a nice change of life. Like, yeah, I'm just going around. I don't really care about anything. Perfectly fine.
What? That game. Animal Crossing comes out on the exact same day. This is a contrast, right? This is this is what I find. This is
literally like, so you've got Animal Crossing, the most extreme of charming, relaxing, cute, lovable, huggable, soft goodness of oogles and schnoogles.
Yeah. That has a die-hard fan base.
Fan base. On the very same day.
On the exact same day. Doom Eternal comes out.
It is literally the extreme opposite. It is literally like balls to the wall, gut wrenching, rip and tear, blow things up, 100 miles an hour. Like I say, Doom Guy is a friggin' horror monster.
Yeah.
To demons.
Yeah.
He is unstoppable. He is literally like you are the antagonist of a horror movie in Doom. And in Doom Eternal, I mean, literally, you're going from Michael Myers to Jason Voorhees.
That gameplay trailer at E3. Oh,
you're literally going from like one level of horror monster to just ridiculous level of like, just give up. Just let him kill you, because there's just no stopping him. It's going to be freaking amazing.
It's coming out on the Stadia.
Why would anyone even dare try? I mean, not that it won't run well, because id are magicians.
Yeah, they somehow manage to do things.
Id are magicians, but the problem is that you're still going to be pressing a button, and then 5 seconds later, that button's actually going to then maybe take effect.
Here's a good thing. This is I think all Doom fans will like this. Doom 64 comes out on the same day, so it comes out. I think you can actually buy Doom Eternal with Doom 64.
Yeah, because that was the N64 version of the original Doom.
Yeah. I think this year it's an anniversary of it.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, it's the only version of the original Doom that has a specific gun. There's a certain gun in it that isn't in any other version of the original Doom. So that'll be good. It will be fun to play. I enjoy playing Ultimate Doom on my PC every now and then. It kicks my ass because I am a pleb and shit at it, but it's still fun. It is still fun to go around with a shotgun at the pace that Doom plays and just play. And then, of course, if I really want to get really visceral, I load up Doom 2016 on my PS4 and just go to hell.
Just go ham on that. And this is more for me again. On the 27th, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is coming out. I'm a fan of One Piece.
You are a shonen fan. You are a shonen fan.
I am a shonen fan, and I like the Dynasty Warriors games.
Yes.
So if this is anything like One Piece Pirate Warriors 3,
you'll be happy.
I'm happy. And the big one for me, because it is my favorite game. It's my favorite game franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah, which introduces a new character, more story arcs, more dungeons.
New dungeons, and they've expanded the. I can't remember what the bloody hell it's called. Basically the underground railway sort of. It's basically their version of Persona 5's version of like the extra stuff you could do in Persona 4.
Yeah,
and all that sort of stuff. So that's March. So March is a big one.
I hope everyone's got spare money in March, because you're going to need it.
Holy crap. My Hero 1's Justice 2 is coming out. That's the My Hero Academia game. I didn't even know there was a My Hero Academia game. And now I'm finding out that it's getting a sequel.
That's a Black Clover game, Michael. There's a Black Clover game.
Okay. Right. Yeah, there's a Black Clover game.
April.
Okay, April. So we are on the 3rd. We've got only one game really matters for the 3rd. The Resident Evil 3 remake is supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
At then. Now that one that looks really cool.
I don't know. Resident Evil remake pre-order, so it may not actually launch, but you'll be able to pre-order it from April 3rd. I mean, why did you not wait for another month?
No, because that's the same. Like pre-order Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, yeah. So that's a link, right?
That's a link.
That's a link to pre-order the game. Okay.
So, Resident Evil 3 looks really cool. Nemesis, even though all I've seen is the picture of like his face,
he looks terrifying. He looks terrifying.
Like,
he basically makes Mr. X look like a daycare.
When playing Resident Evil 2, the remake of Resident Evil 2, like Mr. X generally scared the fuck out of me because I couldn't do anything. I was just like, you can't do anything but run.
Yeah.
And especially when the moment when you go into like the save room and you're thinking, he's not going to come in here, I'm safe now, and he just bursts the door open.
Yeah, the central foyer, because I think there are actual save rooms he can't get into because they're basically dead ends and would be breaking the game, sort of thing. Like you would be like, if he got into that room, it would be just a terminal state of view, just like in this stupid loop of load die.
Yeah.
So I think there are certain safe rooms that he can't get into.
I'm terrified of Nemesis.
Nemesis is going to be worse. Ridiculous. Oh yeah, because he's not only right. The thing is, like Mr. X, apart from like one scene, doesn't break through walls and that.
Yeah.
There's like it's a scripted moment sort of thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think
Nemesis just breaks through anything. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the where you are. He's just gonna come through a window. He's gonna come through the wall. He's gonna come.
That's
through
how they're
the
going to do
ceiling.
it. That's how they're going to do Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis is just gonna
at least-
show up.
Yeah, in the original Resident Evil 3, you know, it wasn't scripted, but like it could happen in any room, sort of thing. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, he could just show up every now and then.
Yeah, this
Well,
one it
Mr. X was more scripted in the
Yeah.
original Resident Evil 2. He's not as scripted in the remake. That's probably because the rooms don't have to load. It's like the entirety of the
Yeah.
map is open, and so it's basically just like, yeah, he's here. He's just walking around.
is.
Oh, you made a noise. He's like the fucking xenomorph. Oh, you made a noise. I'm gonna go and investigate
Oh my
this.
god, yeah, he is. He's worse than the Xenomorph because, like, at least the Xenomorph,
You can scare it off.
I can scare it off. Mr. X just doesn't. It
doesn't
doesn't
give
matter
a
what.
shit.
It doesn't matter what I
He
do
doesn't
for
care.
Mr. X. He doesn't give a damn.
He don't care.
He's just getting out of there. He wants my butt. He's gonna get my butt. There also Resident Evil 3 comes with the multiplayer sort of.
I know, which is probably why I'm gonna get it.
4-on-1, where one
Yeah.
person's got. Well, I think it is.
One person's basically Albert Wesker.
Yeah, one person's like setting traps off
Yeah,
and stuff, and there's a Mr. X, while the other four have to like try and get out of the facility.
yeah. Which
That's what I think it is.
is really.
But if
cool.
it ends up being just like Dead by Daylight, I'm fine with that. I like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. I think the trailer seemed to indicate like the person can control Mr. X.
Yeah.
So like basically he'll try and do traps and everything to stop you, and then at a certain point he gets the option to control Mr. X, and then comes personally after you.
For that game. I am looking forward to the DLC because they're gonna add so much stuff into that. Mode if it does well.
If they're not in on launch, Lickers, are the giant spider, the snake.
Oh, could you imagine being able to be the snake? I'd love that. I'd love that. Just being the snake. Tyrant.
Yeah, the
From
Tyrant from the first one. The last they brought in for the HD remake of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they brought some of the stuff from Resident Evil 4 or Code
You've
Veronica?
got skins for the survivors that you could have.
Yeah.
Like, so you could end up being Jill, Chris. But if it's Chris, it has to be the muscle bound.
Roider Chris.
Punching boulder Chris.
Roider Chris.
Has to be that one.
But yeah, that's something to look forward to. There's just one problem with that game, and it's not the game itself, it's what's coming out in the same month as it.
Yeah. The big one, the one that's going to take April by storm, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, everyone else go home. The month of April is.
This is
Cyberpunk.
why, if you look at April, there's not a lot of games on that release.
Yeah, it's
sort
just
of thing.
like
there's not much.
I love the fact that like some of the media has deliberately tried hard so badly to try and like bring this game down a peg or two. We've gotten like, oh well, this is anti-transgender, and this is. I was like, no, yeah, and CD Projekt Red have literally just gone, yeah, but this is the world we're building, and the world we're building, it is a bunch of it's a shit show. Yeah. It is like no one. You don't trust anyone. The corporations are out for themselves. The gangs are out for themselves. Everyone's gonna stab you in the back. It's Cyberpunk. The world is terrible.
Yeah, that game looks so.
It looks
good,
amazing.
The sound
and Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Like, who doesn't want to play with Keanu Reeves?
Who does not want Keanu Reeves in your head?
Exactly.
Constantly berating you.
He's a cool guy.
Constantly berating you about how shit you are.
Yeah, you are.
Because I can almost guarantee that is what's going to happen to me.
The soundtrack sounds... Because we got a little taster of the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
At the Game Awards.
The Game Awards.
Soundtrack sounds fantastic.
I love the fact that they've gone to like actual artists and gone, don't give us one of your songs, make something for
yeah,
this
that's
game.
what it actually looks like.
It seems like they've done that. It's like, make us something for this game. Which I love. I love that idea. Because one, potentially means that we can actually listen to the music for those of us that are going to be recording, live streaming, and uploading it to the internet to show how much we love playing this game. We're not going to get hit by the Content ID hammer.
Yes.
Hopefully.
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 Yeah, that game looks so good.
It looks amazing.
I don't know how my PS4 is going to handle it.
It's going to melt.
It's going to kill my PS4.
It's going to melt.
I need to get out a bigger hard drive.
It's going to melt.
I'm going to need a bigger hard drive.
Yes, you need a bigger hard drive. you need to do what I did and eventually put a 2 terabyte into my PlayStation. Especially after Activision decided, you know what? Yeah, we're not going to compress any memory. We're just going to shove 150 gigabytes down your throat, and then for the update, we're going to shove another 80 gigabytes down your throat because we're Activision and we're shit.
So,
and that's all April. I think it's April, the last date where everything's confirmed, or is there another couple of months?
It's the last one. That's all the confirmed ones that I can find. Gears Tactics as well comes out at the end of April. I like Gears of War. Yes. That looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
I like XCOM. I like Gears.
Yeah, but the problem is that looks cool. It looks interesting. Cyberpunk 2077 is literally going to murder every game that comes out.
There's a reason why Gears comes out it literally comes out right at the end of April. There's a reason for that.
Because they're hoping that everyone's going to be off their Cyberpunk 2077 hype.
Yeah.
The problem is
we've got some May releases. So we've got Maneater coming out on May 5th. I don't know what that is. For a second, I looked at it and I thought,
is that not the shark game?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Where you're an actual shark and you do ridiculous stuff to eat people.
Although isn't that? No, I thought that was out soon.
No.
Yeah. All right. Marvel Avengers is coming out in May. That's the Crystal Dynamics.
Yes, and it's going to be a live service game, which makes me kind of worried because it's like
my problem with the Avengers game is that there's no characters that I like. Well, I like 4, but I don't really care.
Yeah, it's no one in Marvel like that they've got for launch at the moment that you're like, oh, I'm gonna be him.
I want to be him.
I want to be him.
I mean, maybe if you put Black Panther in
it's the same with me. It's like, because out of all the characters in Marvel, I'm mostly like an X-Men fan. So
I think that's everybody who likes Marvel.
That's pretty much everyone I know, but still, it's like no Wolverine. I'm not fussed about Cyclops, but no Wolverine, no Kitty Pryde, Colossus.
No Colossus.
My boy Colossus.
No Colossus, man.
My big friendly Russian teddy bear.
Although if they bring Wolverine in, they have to bring Colossus in so they can.
The fastball.
Fastball attack.
Yeah.
At the moment, there's nobody in there that I really care about as a character. Like, and this is mainly because.
The base.
If they had put Spider-Man in, maybe. But I've got a feeling
he's going to be he's DLC.
He's DLC, and I've got a feeling Sony, because Sony own the rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's going to be a PS4 exclusive.
He's going to be a PS4.
Sony are going to pull
It's going to be
fast one.
Is it Tom Holland?
It might be Tom Holland.
Because at the moment it's like they look kind of like the movie Avengers, but not the movie. They look like the stunt
sort of.
Yeah, they look like stunt doubles.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. I don't know why they went for that. But with like the mutants are clearly going, like the mutants that are like part of the Avengers at any point of the Marvel storyline, they're all going to be DLC. You can guarantee it. So that's Wolverine, Scarlet Witch,
Guardians of the Galaxy. I can imagine they're going to be DLC.
Yeah. They've gone with the core movie cinematic universe Avengers. So that's Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America. Is Hawkeye in it? Black Widow. Yeah, and Black Widow.
This is the thing. Why is Black Widow in it and Hawkeye isn't? I mean, I know why, because Hawkeye's shit and nobody likes him. And you know you don't like Hawkeye.
No one likes Hawkeye.
Come out and say that, I like what? No, you don't.
No one likes
Nobody likes Hawkeye.
No
one's ever liked Hawkeye. Only time anybody's ever liked Hawkeye is when he was in charge of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And do you know who read those comics? Nobody. Nobody read those comics.
But yeah, I'm worried for a live service where it's literally like play with your friends and do missions with your friends. The fact that they've only announced 5, I think. I'm trying to think if they've announced any more.
I think there's only 5.
Yeah. 5 is kind of worrying. It's like, there's not that many.
Well, at the moment, I think it's only 4 player.
Yeah, it's
when
only
you're playing
4
with
player, but
friends.
that's the thing. It's like, I would have thought they would have at least gone like 10 maybe, so you can have a good mix of like different team ups.
I think
Ant-Man.
I think mainly they've just done the main 5 because, like, in my opinion, I wouldn't want to do all these characters' arts and get all because you got to remember they're all going to fight differently.
Yeah.
For one, and then for the game to release the game and the game just a bomb.
That's very
You've done a lot of work.
I know, but then you run the risk of it feeling like not finished, not complete. Do you know what I mean? Like there's
you mean like Destiny?
Yeah, like Destiny. When Destiny 1 and 2 launched,
yeah.
where it's literally like, okay, so where's the rest of the game?
Yeah. To be honest with you, it's a live service. I've got a feeling it's going to feel like that because all live services have come out like that. The only one that hasn't is Division 2. Really?
Yeah, and the Division 2 actually is still pretty fun to play.
It's still pretty fun to game. I just got no room for it on my PS4.
Yeah, you need a 2 terabyte hard drive.
I need a 2.
You need to get a 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm sorry, it means that spending money that
a
you
lot
don't
of
have,
money
that you don't have, but you do need a 2 terabyte.
But May, the big one for May is going to be The Last of Us 2, May 29th.
Yeah,
that looks, for the very limited stuff that we've seen of it.
It looks really
I liked
impressive.
The Last of Us. I really liked The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I mean, I played that to death on the PS3.
Yeah.
And then I re-bought it when it came out on PS4.
The story for The Last of Us is still really good. It is
I'm interested
probably
in
one of the best. It's easily the best story
Naughty Dog have done.
Naughty Dog have done. Easily. By far. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's the best story they've done. So it's going to be interesting how they follow on, because that ending that they had for The Last of Us
was really good.
While still leaves room to continue it, is a very good place to end that story.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting how they go on.
The thing with this one, though, I think this one feels more like, because the Last of Us 1, although Ellie, it was more like Joel and Ellie's relationship. It was more Joel's story.
Yeah.
And
this one's going to be more.
And this
Ellie.
one is much more focused on Ellie.
Yeah.
As you can see, and it looks like she's actually going out for revenge. By the looks of things.
It's going to be interesting because they've given hints about it. We've seen Joel old, but
that's all we've seen of Joel is of him old.
But there's not been much of him, and everyone's literally like, "Well, what the hell's happened to Joel? What's happened?" Because he's like, he's such a a wonderful character.
He's a very good character.
He's a fantastic.
His character development in The Last of Us is it's like Tifa's. It is really good, and it's good to follow. But
I think the problem is like I want have Naughty Dog fix the problems that were in The Last of Us, which is like the stealth mechanics weren't perfect.
No.
And like the combat wasn't the best thing about it.
The combat was like Uncharted combat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly like combat.
Yeah, it's workable, it's passable, and it's okay. But there are other games that do cover shooting mechanics much better.
See, this is the thing. As much as it is you could say a third-person shooter.
It's not.
I more put it in the box of it's mainly there to tell a story. It's telling the story is the main.
Oh yeah,
focus.
The story's going to be
the gameplay.
The story's going to be the main focus. I'm just saying, like, are they going to improve on those things that the Last of Us was lacking in? I hope they do, because otherwise it's going to leave a lot of people disappointed.
Yeah,
it looks
really good.
Beautiful.
It looks
really
fantastic. Honestly, I've been playing Days Gone.
Yeah.
And it is really gearing me up.
For The Last of Us.
Last of Us 2.
Is it part 2?
The Last of Us Part 2, but
Yeah.
a lot of places have just put The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they took away the part and just
Possibly.
said The Last of Us 2. But yeah, that's looking good. And that's May, and we are already over on our
time frame.
And
there's a whole bunch of games that have yet to be confirmed an actual date, but probably going to be released.
See if there's. Holy shit! The Outer Worlds is coming on the Switch.
How? How is that possible? How is that possible? What magic are we talking here?
Oh, there you go. Best. All games don't matter now. It doesn't matter.
Oh my God! Rock of Ages.
Elder Scrolls Blades is going onto the Switch early 2020. Does it? Cyberpunk 2077. Sit back down. Sit back down.
True.
The
Elder
true
Scrolls experience.
Dying Light 2. That looks really good.
There's a Rock of Ages 3 coming out.
Yes. Dying Light 2
Oh, Dying Light 2 looks so
is
good.
spring 2020. Dying Light is possibly one of my favourite
Zombie games.
zombie games out there. One of my favourite
I love
games.
the fact that you could just... It was the parkour / also just running up to a zombie and drop kicking him off a cliff. It was brilliant. That thing never got old. It was like, oh, zombie on the edge. Well, I know what I'm going to do now. Drop kick.
Yakuza... Oh, the Yakuza games are coming out on the Xbox. In early 2020.
Yakuza 0, Kiwami...
And Kiwami 2. So, Yakuza 0, 1 and 2 are coming out on the Xbox.
Yeah.
State of Decay 2 for the PC. Not a good game, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, that's... By the way, is there anything regarding Fall Guys?
Fall Guys?
You know the one that looks like a gaming version of Takeshi's Castle?
Oh, yes. I don't think so.
Nothing mentioned. I wonder why that is. It just seems to have fallen off a cliff. And I'm really looking forward to that game. That game looks really fun.
I can't find anything. No.
Oh, there you go, Fall Guys.
Oh, what?
To be confirmed.
To be confirmed.
2020.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Ultimate Knockout.
Holy shit, Final Fantasy 14 is getting an Xbox release. To be confirmed 2020.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But anyway, is there anything else big, majorly?
Blood Bowl 3?
Oh, yeah. Also, at the end of this year, just in case you haven't spent all your money, the Xbox
Series X,
which is a terrible name,
but it's now become part of the course for Xbox to name their console.
Well, you know, they had the X-Bone, so
the X-Bone and the X-Bone X.
Yeah, X-Bone X. It's like, are you getting any more closer to a fucking triple X movie? I'm surprised they didn't go the Xbox Triple X. And the PS5. Yeah, the next generation consoles are apparently being launched for Christmas this year. So just in case you somehow have got money left over.
Oh my God, Skull and Bones. They've said Skull and Bones is coming out to be confirmed 2020. That is a game that's never going to get released. That's the pirate game by Ubisoft.
Oh yes.
Streets of Rage 4, dude. 2020 to be confirmed.
Watch Dogs Legion.
That looks mint.
That'll be next gen launch.
Yeah, it's gonna be next. That's gonna be like
also Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah, it's Yakuza 6.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Which is they're turning into an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
An actual like turn-based RPG. I'm like, what? So you madmen. You madmen!
It's the guy who makes the Yakuza games. He's a nutter.
He's a completely insane.
Nutter.
He's insane.
We've got some 2021 video game releases.
We're just talking about this year. This year is killing our wallets enough. We don't need to go into next year. We don't.
I'm trying to see if there's anything. I try to stay away from the ones that don't have a date.
Yeah.
So No More Heroes 3. That doesn't have a date, but we know that is coming because that was a trailer. Overwatch. Oh, Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2, that's probably going to get launched this year. Maybe not. Maybe they're saving that for... Well, no, because they said all your stuff's going to transfer over to Overwatch 2. All your skins.
I can't imagine that not being on the next gen, though.
That is very true. So that may be launch.
Yeah.
Next gen. If I was Blizzard, I would do that launch title for next gen. I would at least get them as ready as possible.
Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Oh God, yeah.
That's like DLC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon? That's getting a game.
Yes, it is. I think we should leave it there. There's plenty. Oh God, yeah, like the Star Wars, the Skywalker saga. I mean, granted, now that we've seen the Rise of Skywalker, we kind of don't want to remember it. So it's kind of gonna that movie has probably killed any chance of that game doing actually any well.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that being that's a good place to end.
Yeah.
Any big games. Obviously, we know which ones. I mean, for me, the game I'm looking forward to
March
most.
March and April are just
The game the game I'm definitely getting is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
That is the game I'm absolutely definitely getting.
I just don't know how I'm going to afford everything, plus actually have time to play everything. Because I will need to work more for more money to be able to afford all these games. But then I won't have the time to play these games because I'll be working.
Yeah.
So it's a terrible catch-20. First world problem, I understand, but still, it's like this year, 2020, has come to kill our wallets.
Yeah, pretty much for the game. To
Come
be
to kill
fair,
us.
for the last year of generation, this is a really good year. This is a really, really good
It's
year.
going to end on a high.
It's yeah.
A damn good high.
And to be fair, actually,
regardless of what console / PC you
Yeah.
have, it's looking like even like the first party ones are looking pretty good. So yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to.
And to be fair, I think this generation's probably been the best for gaming.
Well, that's the PS2.
No. I mean, like the games that have come out.
It's been one of the best.
I think it's been the best
It's
for a while.
well, it's been one of the best, but also one of the worst because a lot of like the really shitty monetizations have been done
That's very
in
true.
this generation.
I would say that.
Which
But I
kinda-
mean,
it's like the games have been really good, but then the shit stuff has really.
what I mean by that is, I mean, like just the games.
Yeah, we've had stuff like
Just the
Dark Souls.
I'm sorry, but you cannot say The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and not be like in contention for this is one of the best generations.
That is very true. We've also had Dark Souls 3,
Dark Souls 3,
Bloodborne, even Sekiro, Watch Dogs 2,
the Metro Exodus, which is a fantastic game.
Titanfall 2.
We got a Dragon Quest. We got a new Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
This generation.
We
didn't get one last generation.
A console.
An actual console.
Yeah. The Switch being launched and being really, really good.
Fantastic.
Smash Brothers Melee. I mean, hell, the fact that Breath of the Wild.
Exactly, Breath of the Wild. The Resident Evil 2 remake. Capcom.
Persona 5.
Have managed to come back.
Yeah, Capcom.
And Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2. Devil May Cry 5.
Street Fighter 5 is now actually a really, really good fight.
Capcom have managed to pull themselves back together.
Could you bring us
Darkstalkers? Could you bring us Darkstalkers back, please? I would love that. Persona 5 is one of my favourite games, probably of all time. Now, Final Fantasy has been really good. Final Fantasy 14 has just got every update is just been better and better.
Division 2.
Yeah, Division. The Dying Light.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Neo.
Yakuza.
Getting all the Yakuza games on one console.
Yeah.
Nier Automata. This is good. For gaming at its core, this has got to be...
For the games themselves.
This has got to be the best...
for the games themselves,
generation.
Yes, this has been...
Unfortunately, you're right. It is marred by the fact that the AAA gaming industry have...
We haven't even talked about some of the indie games like Stardew Valley.
I know, this is what I mean. We've mainly only talked about big releases.
Yeah.
And then if you go into the indie part, Undertale, Stardew Valley, Darkest Dungeon. I know Darkest Dungeon isn't independent, but it's what I mean is like a smaller game.
Yeah. In regards to that,
Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, Greedfall. God, there are just so many games that have come out this generation. It's just like crap. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's been if you take away everything, all the negativity stuff that if you just look at the games that got released, I agree with you. This has been one of the better generations. It's not like the PS3.
This is my argument for this being the best generation, right? Mm-hmm. An Attack on Titan game came out
Yeah.
And it wasn't shit, right? That in itself deserves, like, you get a gold bar.
Yeah.
You get a gold bar, not a medal, a bar.
Yeah.
For
I
making...
think the problem is like it's like there is a lot of taint with this
Unfortunately,
generation.
yes.
And that's down to the AAA. But I think we've talked enough about this now.
But yeah, leave in the comments below, if anybody is watching this, the game that you're looking forward to the most. If we missed any releases as well. Because
we probably have.
We mainly went off the games radar with their list.
Yeah, it was the most in-depth list that we could find.
Yes. So if there's any games that we missed and you're looking forward to, then feel free to whack them down in the comments there. But I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. It's gone on a little bit longer than
you wanted to.
But an hour and a half isn't too bad. So, yeah. We'll see you in the next videos, which most likely will be Death Stranding.
Yes. Because we still need to figure out what is going on with that game.
We don't know. I don't know.
The giant. Yeah, just a little end. Kojima's free of Konami.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. I don't know what is. But anyway, toodles everyone.
Bye now.